Hello everybody, this is Mateo, and we have finally made it to the domain of the Emperor, who is not only the final boss of the main adventure, but also the final boss of Minwu's, or I guess the Dead People's adventure. So this happens after Furion and friends defeated the dark half of the Emperor, and here we have the light half. Apparently he split into two different halves. And the one we fought was the King of Hell, and then this one is the King of Heaven, I guess. Lord of Aruboth, which is the opposite of Pandemonium, essentially. And everybody who died. And he brought us here to fight us, or beg our forgiveness, apparently. Okay, this is quite the final boss, asking to forgive us. Or asking us to forgive him, I mean. And because we're like, no, we hate you, like, how could we forgive you? Now he's gonna offer us eternal life, and we're still not going to forgive him, basically. And that's gonna cause us to fight the final boss, I guess. Oh, all of a sudden all the people that are related to us are showing up. This is really weird. This is really, really weird. Okay, so here's Furion and friends. I don't remember using holy level whatever. I don't think that actually happened. I don't think any of this actually happened. This isn't what it looked like. Okay, sure. Way to go, Leon! Way to go. 79. Wow, we are going to kill this guy in no time. Yeah, wow. This is impressive. These guys are struggling super hard. They do not have the blood sword. Yeah, this is much more difficult than the fight I actually had, let's be honest. So yeah, basically the whole point of this is that Furion and friends are currently fighting the dark half of the Emperor while we are talking to the light half. And that's what Ultima 16 looks like. That's the ultimate form of Ultima. Did not level it up that far, and even then, it did respectable damage, but it could have been better. So yeah, everybody's like, yeah, you can do it. You can beat this guy who wants to be forgiven for all of his crimes. Beat him up. Yeah. Again, this is all really weird and I don't fully understand it. But we have a final boss. We have to fight the final boss. It's the finale. Let's go. Okay, apparently not. Yeah, we're already dead. How could we have eternal life? Yes. Ooh. Okay. So here we have the Emperor, the light half of the Emperor, and unfortunately this time we do not have a blood sword to beat him up. So we're gonna start off with haste to raise Joseph and Rickard's physical attacks. The Emperor has quite a bit of a physical attack and can unfortunately heal himself with that physical attack, so that's gonna slow down our damage a little bit. Okay, it only hit Scott, the one that I honestly really didn't care to hit, because he's just gonna flare probably. So we're gonna go ahead and protect now to lower the damage that the Emperor will do, and in turn also lower the amount of health that he will heal. Hey, Rickard's already doing quite a bit of damage to the guy, that's pretty nice. Okay, and Dispel hit everybody. So now we've lost all of our buffs. So we don't have Aura anymore. We don't have Haste anymore. Or, I don't know. What is with Protect and everything missing people? Debuffs well, debuffs have done that, but buffs have never done that before. Like, this is unnecessary. Okay, he's using slow now to slow down Joseph, but again, or Scott. But again, I don't care because he's just using Flare. That's unaffected by haste. Haste only affects the number of hits you get to do more physical damage, basically. So now we have Protect on everybody, and in turn he's probably just going to Dispel it. So I think we're going to cure everybody there. I wasn't really sure, I didn't catch it. Or maybe Haste. He's going to use Flare, so maybe I used Shell. I don't know what I did. We're going to find out. But yeah, this boss is actually hard. Not as hard as the Ultima weapon, mind you, but still hard enough for the final boss. Like, this is final boss material. The original, the dark half of the Emperor, not so much, although that is honestly mostly because we had the Blood Sword. And quite frankly, if we had the Blood Sword here, this one would probably be a joke as well. Ooh, holy, we honestly have not seen that, like, ever. So it looks like it's hitting everybody for 150 damage. Not bad at all, but still present, I guess. But we easily survived it. As long as the Emperor doesn't use his physical attack, that's honestly the really big one. And the Starfall attack, which I'm guessing this one has because the Dark one has, could also be very dangerous. I don't know. Okay, so we could cure, we could... I think I'm doing something to people. Well, of course I'm doing something to people. I think I might be doing Shell. Whoa, okay, that did quite a bit of damage to Rickard, and he unfortunately healed because of it. So basically, this flare brought him back to where we originally were. Okay, we're curing everybody, that's good. That did not do a whole lot, unfortunately. Also, Rickard has 6,000 health, holy crap. Yeah, we're just gonna want to focus the cure on Rickard to actually be able to do something. And that's really the unfortunate thing, is that... And that's what's been happening with Magic this entire game. Like, Magic is very powerful if you single-target it, but if you multi-target it, you might as well not be doing anything at all. That's what's been happening with all the enemies here, that's what happened with that cure. To really get the best effect, you can only attack or use magic on a single character as opposed to spreading it out. So yeah, this Holy is not going to do a whole lot, as we've established. Minwu's getting a little bit low, although then again, Minwu is always kind of low on HP just because his base HP is really low. Okay, at least we're getting consistent damage out of that flare. Now we're adding Ultima into the mix as well. It's not a level 16, it's only a level 9, but it'll still do. Rickard's been doing anywhere between like 300 to 700 damage, which is nice. And just any little chunk helps, especially when this guy can heal himself up. Okay, here comes the Starfall attack. It's probably not going to be as devastating as his physical attack, to be honest, but it's still going to be like his second most powerful attack right behind that. So here we go, let's see how much it does. Yeah, that's actually slightly dangerous amount of damage right there, especially when it's on all four people. Like, that puts Scott and Joseph into a bit more of a KO range. They could probably still survive a physical attack, but it's less likely now. So there's that. Alright, back. You gotta love interruptions. This is now 24 hours later. Got interrupted, had dinner, got sidetracked, too late to record, slept forever, got sidetracked again. Here we finally are. Scott's about to die. That's something that we should probably fix, especially since he's the major damage dealer of this fight. Joseph's just kind of there. Spreading out the cure just to get rid of that Starfall damage, basically. Honestly, in hindsight, it'd probably be better to just have Joseph spam, like, elixirs or whatever healing items we happen to have. Depending on how many elixirs you have, mind you. Because, I mean, this is the final battle. We're not going to have a need for them after this point, so that's an option you can take. We have another Starfall. Luckily, Scott has just barely enough health to survive it. So basically a good thing I spread out that cure, although now it's about time to give one to him specifically so he'll get more healed up. So we're getting kinda close to beating this guy. He does have quite a bit of health, and the fact that he can heal himself up doesn't really help out much. But at least now, Scott can survive for a while. Minwu's kinda low now though, so we're going to cure him up. beat him up some more, get holy, don't really care at all. This is basically a free turn, which is very nice. And I think that's all that he can do, really. Holy attack, Starfall. Again, it's been 24 hours, so if he did something earlier this fight, I don't remember. Joseph's actually doing a nice amount of damage. I mean, it could be significantly better. I mean, it could be Flare. But for how he has been doing against bosses, this is respectable. It adds up after a while. So there's that, and another Starfall. Not too bad, but they're starting to add up a little bit. This is like 1500 damage per character now. So we really have to keep on track of that, on top of that. Words are hard. Why am I commentating? Alright. So there we go. Multiple people down to less than 2,000. So a physical attack could possibly kill them, if he really wanted to. Specifically, Minwoo or Joseph. Healing up Rickard, because he has a sizable, a humongous HP stat. Like, higher than Guy. Also, we're just spamming Starfall now, aren't we? I could just cure everybody per turn, and we'd be at a standstill, and I'd be winning said standstill because you weren't healing yourself. So that's good, I guess. Still, the Starfall animation takes a while, and it's cool the first time, but after that, it's like, ah, oh, come on already. I want to destroy you. At least Flare has a quick animation. It's just like 8 glowing balls falling on the guy, dead. Well, not dead, but damage. And then Cure is pretty quick as well. It's just a thing circling around you, and it's like, boom, cured, done. Oh, he uses slow, that's right. Yeah, he uses, and he has the spell as well. So Jophis is slowed now, but it really doesn't matter because he wasn't doing too much damage anyways. Honestly, Joseph could very well just be item fodder, and we'd be fine. Oh, he just straight out missed. Good, thank you. I'm pretty sure that wasn't because of the slowed either. Okay, so now Scott is slowed, but again, that doesn't matter because Flare is unaffected by it. In fact, I think he's still slowed from the last time. And that's why it missed, but still. We just gotta get through this. Come on, kill him. Nope, not quite. So yeah, just have Minwoo cure everybody, Ultima, if he has nothing better to do. Another miss from Joseph. Maybe it is because of the slow that he's missing, I don't know. It really doesn't matter too much, he wasn't doing entirely too much anyways. There we go. Rickard, surprisingly, lands the final hit. It would have been so freaking funny if Joseph landed the final hit, I gotta tell you. But with how he was missing, he would have, if he didn't keep on missing. Holy crap. That would have been so funny. I would have had to apologize to Joseph in any way, and everything. But there we go. We have defeated the dark side of the Emperor, and now we've just defeated the light side of the Emperor as well. All because we wouldn't forgive him. Your bloody legacy will not end here. I think it will, because you're the one causing the whole war. We gotta have our happy ending. This is an RPG after all. And then again, there are some RPGs that have ended with a sad ending, but still. So yeah, light half dead, and dark half dead. So that's basically the Emperor done entirely. He's now fully gone. He won't resurrect as the King of Heaven, Hell, Nirvana? I guess, maybe? I mean, whatever. He's not gonna emerge as something else. He's finally actually gone. And now we get to see this ending again. But this time, with a little addition, we have a Minwoo, who is a silent protagonist. It has been forever since I've said that, and I do not recommend watching the playthrough where that came from. Mostly because of sound issues. Now that's like, no, Mega Man X as well, but Final Fantasy IV and Mega Man X, still 2 Let's Plays that I have to remake eventually. But for now, I'm kind of done with Final Fantasy. With how this one went, I need to take a break from them. So yeah, basically, exact same ending as last time, but we get to see Minwoo and Scott, and maybe Rickard and Joseph there as well, depending. They just kind of say things to add to it. So yeah, here's Nelly, who I believe is Joseph's daughter, so here comes Joseph to say something. Yep, there you go. She's gonna go help out the queen and what's-his-face, Gordon. So yeah, Kane's going to grow up to become a dragoon. Connection to Final Fantasy IV. So yeah, that's pretty much what we get for going through this adventure. Honestly, not the greatest gift for a slightly altered ending, but I mean, it was an interesting journey and not too long. The war is finally over. They're still standing there watching them. That's kind of creepy. And you know, they were here in the original ending too. They just didn't show up, and Moon was a silent protagonist again. God, why do I feel the need to do that? Why do I feel the need to call back to that? Okay. So yep, same old, Leon is leaving, Furion and friends are gonna be like, oh, we're staying here, I guess. And the other guys are still dead. They're just kind of standing there. Can't be seen because they're dead. Except for the part, so it's different in that, Furion thought he saw the dead people, Minwu, Rickard, Kane, and Kane's not dead. Darn it, I'm mixing up my Dragoons right now. But he thinks that he sees these four, but in this one he doesn't think he sees them at all. So that's kind of weird. It would have been nice if he still kind of saw them. But that is that. Everything is finally over. We've beaten both halves of the Emperor. We've beaten this game. Everything is peaceful in the world. And that is that. The monsters are gone. Apparently the Emperor was causing the monsters to come down from Pandemonium or something like that. All of them vanish, yeah. So we closed up the Jade Passage / Pandemonium. Everybody's happy in the world. Peace has returned. So yeah, it's pretty much the exact same ending at this point. Really, the only difference was getting Minwu and friends in on the final cutscene before this one. So that's a little bit of a nice touch, but again, not so much worth it, but you know, it's kind of nice. So with that, we have this cutscene showing up, and then we'll have the credits, and well, I think this is the credits, right? Yep, here we are, the credits. Pretty cool, starry background on. Actually, this is really cool looking. And with that, we have pretty much ending / closing thoughts, as I normally do at the end of the Let's Play. So, closing thoughts. Oh god, this Let's Play. Honestly, I think that this is probably my worst Let's Play that I've done in a very long time. Like, not as bad as the first 5 that I feel are so bad that I have to redo them, and I have redone 3 of them, but still definitely low on that scale. I mean, not only did this take more than a year and it's only 27 parts, that's a part like every 15 days or something like that, basically. So not only was it way too stretched out, half the time I really honestly didn't feel like recording it, the commentary and whatnot. And that was really apparent through the middle of it. I started to get back into it around the final dungeon of the original playthrough, and throughout this ending, and I was also into it the first couple of parts, but I'd have to say like part 5 through 19, I honestly didn't feel like doing it, and I was just doing it because I felt like I had to. And there are multiple reasons for this. For one, because of how stretched out it was and how long it had been since I had recorded it. Because, you know, I started this out thinking like, yeah, I really want to play this game, I really want to do this game, I should capitalize on that. But, you know, like a couple months later, I lose that feeling. And so I was just kind of forcing myself to do it. And also, Final Fantasy II is probably one of my least favorite Final Fantasies there is. It's either that or the third one. Keep in mind, that's actual 2 and 3, not American 2 and 3. Those ones are good. But yeah, this is my least favorite or second least favorite Final Fantasy game. So there's that as well. It's mostly because of the leveling system, and there is a story present, but it's very cliched and difficult to commentate over, as opposed to Final Fantasy 1, which didn't have much of a story, and it was more about the battling and the adventuring of it, I guess. That, and also, my knowledge of this game is significantly less than that of Final Fantasy 1 or Final Fantasy 4. Like, a lot of the time, I was trying to commentate over the enemies and, like, what they could do or whatever, but it's like, I honestly really don't know what they do. I'm just gonna guess here. Say exactly what they're doing, actually. And that's about it. So, yeah. Not a big fan of this Let's Play. I'm not proud of it, but at the same time, I don't absolutely detest it either. It's just kind of there. And I think it'd be best if it stayed that way, honestly. But that being said, we are now going to move on to bigger and better things. We're going to start anew. I have multiple things planned in preparation for college, which I'm leaving for in like 20 days or something like that. Just gonna show off the full Bestiary real quick to prove that I did in fact get 100%. There's the Mother Brain, the final boss. So yeah, we have bigger and better things planned after this, and I hope you all will stick around for that. So I will see you all then. Goodbye.